Hi, it's me, and today we're going to talk about Araripesuchus. Araripesuchus was a genus of small, omnivorous notosuchians from the late Cretaceous period of what is now the southern hemisphere. It consisted of 6 species, including the nicknamed dog croc and rat croc. This is more than any other genus of notosuchian genus. While not as large as most of the more famous dinosaurs, these land crocs were widespread throughout the southern hemisphere. The species contained within Araripesuchus are Araripesuchus gomesi, Araripesuchus buitraeraensis, Araripesuchus wegeneri, Araripesuchus patagonicus, and Araripesuchus tsangatsangana. We will be talking about each of these species in detail in separate videos, so if there is an Araripesuchus species that you are particularly interested in, stay tuned for when we release its individual video. Let's start with the general information on the genus itself. Araripesuchus was a member of Notosuchia, a group of mostly freshwater crocodilians that lived in both the northern and southern hemispheres during the Mesozoic era. Unlike their more famous cousins, the dinosaurs, who were mostly herbivorous, crocodilians have remained largely carnivorous throughout their evolutionary history, only secondarily evolving to be omnivorous. Notosuchians were mostly medium-sized, ranging from 3 to 6 meters in length. Like today's crocodilians, they preferred freshwater habitats like rivers, lakes, and swamps. However, unlike modern crocodilians, Notosuchians had a wide geographical distribution during the Cretaceous. They were even found in places as far away as Europe, Africa, Asia, and Antarctica. Some Notosuchia were amphibious or even fully terrestrial, while others showed adaptations for life in brackish or marine environments. There were also some giant Notosuchia, such as the famous Sarcosuchus, reaching lengths of up to 12 meters. Notosuchians are usually known from isolated teeth and partial skulls preserved in mostly coastal regions of the southern hemisphere. In fact, the first fossil ever discovered of a Notosuchian was a single tooth found in 1822 in the La Boca region of Argentina. Fossil evidence of Notosuchia in South America is abundant, especially in the region called the Magellanic Corridor, which connects the tropical and temperate regions of South America. This region has yielded the greatest diversity of Notosuchian specimens, indicating that during the Cretaceous period, this area may have been home to a large population of various species of Notosuchia. The first species of Araripesuchus to be discovered was A. gomesi in 1978. More recently, paleontologists have uncovered additional species of Araripesuchus and other Notosuchians in the same geological formations, providing a clearer picture of the diversity and abundance of these animals in this ecosystem. This site is now recognized as one of the most important Lagerstätten for the study of the evolution and ecology of Notosuchians. It is thought that the majority of Notosuchia were medium-sized, broad-snouted predators that inhabited freshwater environments. They likely fed primarily on fish, but would also scavenge carcasses when available. Notosuchia have been documented with remains of turtles, dinosaurs, and other reptiles in their stomachs. These findings suggest that Notosuchia were opportunistic omnivores that were able to take advantage of a wide variety of food sources. This dietary flexibility likely contributed to their success and wide distribution across the globe. In fact, the diverse group of Notosuchia flourished during the Cretaceous period, with the oldest members appearing in the fossil record as early as the Aptian Age, around 125 million years ago. Their reign lasted until the end of the Cretaceous, when all non-avian dinosaurs went extinct. At this point, crocodilians seem to have suffered a mass extinction, possibly due to the asteroid impact event that marked the end of the Cretaceous. However, fossils tell only part of the story. To get a better understanding of what life was like for Notosuchians, we can look at their modern relatives. Today's crocodilians inhabit a wide range of freshwater habitats worldwide, from rivers and lakes to swamps and marshes. They are apex predators, meaning that they sit at the top of the food chain in their ecosystems. Crocodilians play an important role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystems by regulating populations of their prey. They are also scavengers, feeding on dead animals that may contain dangerous pathogens. By consuming these animals, crocodilians help to prevent the spread of disease. In addition, crocodilians are indicators of environmental health as they are sensitive to changes in water quality and habitat. Crocodilians are threatened by human activities such as habitat destruction, hunting, and climate change. Conservation efforts are underway to protect crocodilians and the ecosystems they inhabit. One example of a conservation success story is the American alligator. In the early 20th century, the American alligator was on the brink of extinction due to habitat loss and hunting. Conservation efforts such as habitat restoration and regulation of the pet trade have helped to bring the American alligator back from the brink. Today, the American alligator is no longer considered to be endangered. Another example is the gharial, a crocodilian found in freshwater habitats in South Asia. The gharial was once widespread throughout its range, but its numbers declined due to habitat loss and overfishing of its prey. Conservation efforts such as captive breeding programs and public education have helped to raise awareness of the gharial's plight and to protect its habitat. While crocodilians are generally solitary creatures, they do come together under certain circumstances. During nesting season, female crocodilians will build a nest and lay their eggs. Males will guard the nest while females are out hunting. Once the eggs hatch, the male will continue to guard the nest while the female takes the hatchlings out to sea to teach them how to hunt. Crocodilian social behavior is complex and not fully understood, but it is clear that crocodilians are capable of forming social bonds and working together to achieve a common goal. Now let's dive into the species of Araripesuchus. As mentioned earlier, there are 5 described species of Araripesuchus. Let's take a closer look at each of them. Araripesuchus gomesi, nicknamed dog croc, was named in 1978 after its discoverer, Brazilian paleontologist José Carlos Gomes. This species was originally described as being 2.5 meters long, but a re-examination of the holotype in 2022 revealed that it was actually larger, reaching up to 3 meters in length. The skull of the dog croc measures 45 centimeters in length and is relatively narrow. Its teeth are conical and moderately robust, with the front teeth being slightly enlarged and the last upper tooth being notably larger than the rest. This tooth is grooved along its length and resembles the teeth of a modern-day dog, giving the animal its nickname. Dog croc fossils have been found in the Candelaria Formation of Argentina. This formation dates back to the late Santonian to early Campanian ages of the late Cretaceous period, approximately 84 to 81 million years ago. Araripesuchus buitreriensis, nicknamed rat croc, is one of the smallest species of Araripesuchus, reaching an estimated maximum length of 1.5 meters. It is characterized by its relatively short and wide skull, with a total length of 19 centimeters. This species was named after the type locality, Buitrera del Rulo, in the Candelaria Formation of Argentina. It was recovered from the same formation as A. gom nasi, indicating that these two species lived during the same time period. Araripesuchus wegeneri was originally described in 1983 based on a single tooth found in Patagonia, Argentina. In 2022, additional material was discovered, including a complete skull and skeleton. The skull is 35 cm long and has a distinct shape with a rounded snout and a wide mouth. This species is easily distinguished from other Araripesuchus species by its unique teeth. The teeth are tall and narrow with finely serrated cutting edges. This suggests that Araripesuchus wegeneri had a specialized diet, possibly feeding on fish or other aquatic prey. Araripesuchus patagonicus is a relatively large species of Araripesuchus, reaching an estimated maximum length of 4 meters. The species is known from several skulls and partial skeletons found in Patagonia, Argentina. The skull of A. patagonicus is 60 cm long and has a narrow snout. The teeth are long and slender with smooth enamel. Araripesuchus tsangatsangana is the most recently described species of Araripesuchus, having been named in 2022. It is known from a single skull and skeleton discovered in the Tiaogere Formation of northeastern Brazil. The skull of A. tsangatsangana is 40 cm long and has a short and wide snout. The teeth are short and conical with serrated cutting edges. Overall, the discovery of these 5 species of Araripesuchus has greatly increased our understanding of the diversity and distribution of notosuchians in the southern hemisphere during the Cretaceous period. Each species has its own unique characteristics and adaptations, providing insights into the evolution and ecology of these ancient creatures. Further research and discoveries are sure to shed even more light on the fascinating world of Araripesuchus. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We hope you learned something new, and we look forward to seeing you next time.